The Philadelphia Eagles improved to 6-0 after beating the Dallas Cowboys last night. Philadelphia Eagles are the only undefeated in the NFL currently. So fact or crap, the Philadelphia Eagles are the best team in the NFL. So last week when Beastie put his power rankings out there, I believe he had the Philadelphia Eagles at number 2. Buffalo Bills number 1, Philadelphia Eagles number 2, Kansas City Chiefs number 3. Or the Chiefs and Eagles could have been flip-flopped. I'm not 100% sure. I can't. My mind's kind of foggy. But people lost their minds when the Philadelphia Eagles were not ranked number 1 because they're the only undefeated team. So I'm sure that BC will not have them at number 1 this week either because the Buffalo Bills beat the Kansas City Chiefs. So by default, what team's better, the Chiefs or the Cowboys? I think the Cowboys, I think the Chiefs are a better team than the Dallas Cowboys right now. But I got to take a look at the stats. And when we think of the best team, we are not looking at records in the end. This is not college. Throw that crap out of there. So take your 6-0 and shove it up your pie hole, right? How about this? This team averages 5 points in the second half through the first 6 weeks of the season. A, the Buffalo Bills. B, the Kansas City Chiefs. C, the Philadelphia Eagles. If you guys said C, the Philadelphia Eagles, you are exactly right. Every other team that I named there, the Buffalo Bills and Kansas City Chiefs, they are averaging 12-plus points in the second half. Hell, they're averaging 12-plus points in the third quarter alone. So when you're averaging 5 points in the second half, that tells me 2 things. 1, you are not making halftime adjustments. The coaching staff is a weak link on your team. 2, you have not played very quality opponents. Yes, the Dallas Cowboys are a quality opponent. Yes, the other teams that you have possibly played could be quality opponents. I don't have the record or their schedule in front of me. But I know for a fact that this 6-0 is all smoke and mirrors. This is 100% crap. The Philadelphia Eagles are not the best team in the NFL. Yes, they average 20 points in the first half. They average 5 points in the second half. Yes, they average 150 yards passing in the first half. They also average 50 yards in the second half. Yes, they average 67.7 yards rushing in the first half. In the second half, they average 12.7. So to tell me that this is the best team in the NFL, you are full of, you know what? Look at the emoji right there. You are full of crap. To be the best team in the NFL, you have to have the most dominant team from first kickoff to the final 0-0 of the game. And that right now, look no further than Rutherford, New York, or however you say it. I'm just kidding. It's not the Jets. It's the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo, New York. Bills Mafia. They are hands down the best team in the NFL. Yes, they had a hiccup versus the Miami Dolphins. That was when the Miami Dolphins were flying high, too. I believe it was like 19-20 or something. It was a really low-scoring, crazy game. Miami Dolphins were 3-0 at that point, right? They were flying high. Yes, they're down low now, 3-3 with Tua being hurt, yada, 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 Hill, and etc. But the Buffalo Bills bounced back from that. Teams like the Philadelphia Eagles that are 6-0, that are putting up pretty good numbers in the first half but can't do shit in the second half, this is the Arizona Cardinals 2.0. This is, let me repeat that. Crank up the volume like a little bit. Crank out the earbuds. This is the Arizona Cardinals and Pittsburgh Steelers 2.0. You might be undefeated. You might be the most air-quoted dominant team in the NFL, but you have holes in your team. The Philadelphia Eagles have holes in their team. Hole number one, coaching. When you're averaging 5 points and nearly half the yards in the second half alone of every game, that shows me that you guys are not able to make adjustments. That goes to show you that your coaches are happy with what is going on in the first half, and they are afraid and do not make adjustments in the second half. Strike number one. Strike number two. Yes, you flexed on the Dallas Cowboys. Yes, Cooper Rush was playing pretty damn good. Yes, there was going to be a quarterback controversy in Dallas if Cooper Rush beats you. You smacked that all down. I get it. You guys arguably have, quote, the best defense in the NFL. But also on the flip side of everything that I just said, you did let a backup offense hang around. You did let Cooper Rush score, what was it, 20 points? You did let Zeke rush for almost 100 yards. So think about that. Defense is not very good. Strike number three. 3 strikes and you're out. Look at Jalen Hurts. He's having a good first half. I get it. But when it is time to put the foot on the throat and crack the bones, the Philadelphia Eagles just don't do it. They don't know how to do it, or they're scared to do it. One or the other. It doesn't matter. 3 strikes and you're out. Coaching, defense is overrated, and Jalen Hurts is just not that guy. That is why it is crap. That is why the Philadelphia Eagles will probably be a first-round exit in this year's playoff. That is why they may not win over 10 games this season. That is why if Combs has them at first place in this week's power rankings, it is all to buy into your egotistical. Thank you for checking out that man-hour clip. Be sure to hit the subscribe and like button and below, and of course, share this with a couple friends. But if you like what you just saw, click right here to check out our latest video, and of course, click right here to subscribe. And as always, Man Hour Nation, rise up.